It all begins with a simple sound. Long before there were words, there was rhythm. Early humans, our distant ancestors, discovered the power of sound in the natural world. The rustle of leaves in the wind, the steady patter of rain on the ground, the rhythmic beat of their own hearts. They learned to mimic these sounds. They clapped their hands. They stamped their feet upon the earth. This was more than just noise. It was communication. It was a way to express feelings of joy. It was a way to express feelings of fear. It was a way to express feelings of unity. It was the very first music system, born from the world around us. These first musical expressions were deeply tied to survival and community. A sharp cry could signal danger. A rhythmic chant could coordinate a group for a hunt. Imagine a small group gathered around a crackling fire. They are not speaking in complex sentences. Instead, they are using their voices, raising and lowering them in patterns. As human societies grew more complex, so did their music. Close up on simple early instruments and people. Wide shot of a bustling ancient community. Music in daily life. In the great civilizations of antiquity, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, Rome. It was no longer just for ritual or communication. It became an art form, it became a science, and a cornerstone of culture. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, believed music had divine origins. They used instruments like harps, lutes, and flutes in their temple ceremonies. Hieroglyphs on temple walls show musicians playing for gods and pharaohs. The ancient Greeks developed a particularly sophisticated understanding of music. Thinkers like Pythagoras discovered the mathematical relationships between musical notes, laying the groundwork for Western music theory. Instruments like the lyre, associated with Apollo, were central to education, poetry, and theater. Across the world, different cultures crafted unique instruments from available materials. In China, beautiful bronze bells were cast, each one tuned to a precise pitch. In Africa, the drum became a master of communication. In the Andes, people crafted panpipes from reeds, their breathy tones echoing through the mountains. For thousands of years, music was a fleeting thing. A melody existed only for the moment it was played or sung. It was passed down from teacher to student, from one generation to the next, purely by ear and memory. This meant tunes could change over time like a story whispered from person to person. A beautiful melody might be lost forever if the person who knew it was gone. Early notation took the first steps. Ancient Mesopotamia, Greece used symbols above text to show a rough melody. The real breakthrough came in the European Middle Ages, driven by the Christian Church's needs. The Church wanted its sacred chants, Gregorian chant, sung the same way in every monastery across Europe. A Benedictine monk, Guido of Arezzo, in the 11th century made a revolutionary contribution. He developed a staff, a set of horizontal lines where marks called neumes could be placed. The position of a neume on the staff indicated a specific pitch. A brilliantly simple idea that changed everything. For the first time, a composer could write music with precision and have it performed by someone they had never met years later. With a reliable system of notation in place, music in Europe began to evolve at a breathtaking pace. The Renaissance, a period of rebirth in art and science, also saw a great flowering of musical creativity. Composers moved beyond the purely sacred music of the church. They began writing more secular music for courts and wealthy patrons. The invention of the printing press in the 15th century had a profound impact. Suddenly, sheet music could be mass-produced and distributed widely. A popular piece of music could now travel across the continent, spreading new ideas and styles far faster than ever before. During this time, instrumental music began to gain prominence. While the voice had always been the primary focus, composers started writing pieces specifically for instruments lute, harpsichord, viol. This was the beginning of the orchestra as we know it. Then came the Baroque period from roughly 1600 to 1750. This era was all about drama, grandeur, and emotion. Johann Sebastian Bach, George Friedrich Handel, Antonio Vivaldi took the systems of the Renaissance and expanded them into magnificent new forms. The orchestra grew in size and power. The violin family, with its brilliant and agile sound, became its core. New forms of music were invented: opera, a full-scale drama set entirely to music; concerto, a dazzling solo instrument against the full orchestra. The 19th and 20th centuries brought about the most dramatic change in the history of music systems: the ability to capture sound itself. In 1877, Thomas Edison invented the phonograph, a device that could record sound onto a tinfoil cylinder and play it back. For the first time in human history, a musical performance was no longer a fleeting moment. This new recording technology evolved rapidly. Wax cylinders, flat discs, magnetic tape, vinyl LPs, compact discs, digital files. Each new format made music more portable, more accessible, and higher in quality. The radio brought music directly into people's homes, creating shared cultural experiences on a massive scale. A hit song could be heard by millions of people simultaneously, creating new celebrities, jazz, blues, and rock and roll. These new genres, born from a fusion of traditions, were spread around the world by the power of recording and broadcasting. The modern music system is now all around us, woven into the very fabric of our daily lives. We carry thousands of songs in our pockets on our mobile phones. We listen to curated playlists while we work, exercise, or travel. Algorithms suggest new music for us based on our tastes, introducing us to artists we might never have found otherwise. Music is used in films and television to heighten emotion and tell stories. It's in shops and restaurants to create a certain atmosphere. It's a key part of celebrations, from weddings to national holidays. From the first rhythmic clap of our ancient ancestors to the vast digital libraries of today, the journey of music systems has been remarkable. The beat, it seems, truly does go on.